Okay, let me see what we can do about getting this base finished. Undo the clamp here. Alright, so we've got that. We got to put in our two cross members here. They've already been checked, so I know they fit. So let's glue those up. Those fit nice and tight. Beautiful. That's nice and sturdy, nice and square. It's nice and flat. Perfect. Now we have to glue the bricks on from the outside. The only one we have to be concerned about is this first one, and that has to go up against the F. All right, this is R, this is F, so this is where this one's got to go in first. Okay, and these are a little bit long. There's the overhang for the sides, I believe. Right, so let's start with the side. Okay, let's go on to this side. Okay, that's the two sides. All right, this one here has got to go on the front. this is the back. All right. That's the base. And these will fit on top of the brick. There are M pieces. They'll also fit on top of the brick. Okay. I may have to trim my pieces. No, I won't have to trim them. Okay. What I do have to do is trim the edges here, though, where these sticks were on. All right, so that's nice and flush now. Okay. All right, the next step now, before any of this goes together, is to paint it. Put primer on it. We got to prime everything so that it doesn't warp. So, okay, well, now we got a primer. That will be the next step. Now that the base is primed, I'm going to paint the brick. All right, I've chosen burnt orange. This is a Craftsman color. It's acrylic. I'm going to put just a couple of drops. All right, and I've got a syringe here with some water in it. We're just going to add a little bit of water. Mix that up. Make a heavy wash out of it. Add a little bit more water. Let's take a look here at a piece of scrap. Yeah, okay. All right. We're doing the brick. Being thinned down the way it is, it won't fill up the detail. Then once this one dries, then we'll add the mortar joints. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that, but I'll come up with something. There are a number of different methods to doing the mortar joints. Yeah, that looks good. All right, we'll let that dry, and then we'll see what we can do with the mortar joints. All right, now for the next step, I'm gonna make a very thin wash. This is granite gray apple barrel acrylic. I'm just gonna do a very, very light wash with it. Yeah, let's see how that works. One thing about acrylics is if you screw it up, you can just paint over the top of it. Being a little blotchy is not going to hurt it. Okay. We'll let that dry. In the end, I might even go over it with a wash of India ink and black. For the last step on this foundation, I made up a solution of 8 ounces of isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I got 91% from Walgreens. The higher percentage alcohol, the less the water is involved. It will soak into the material, into the wood. I added a teaspoon of waterproof India ink. We will add that to the foundation. And we use a Q-tip as a brush. It just kind of fills in the grout lines, makes it a little scrubby, which is actually, you know, what we want it to look like. Being it's an old building, it shouldn't look brand new. Afterwards, when I do the final assembly, I will probably do some chalks to make it even look more aged. The next step will be the walls themselves. What I'm going to do here is paint the inside of the building black. I've got some apple barrel acrylic black. That way, if somebody happens to peek in a window, they don't really see anything. It'll be all black inside. So that's the next step. We'll just do a little bit here just to demonstrate what I'm doing. Let me get a good brush. All right. I do not use real expensive brushes, not with the acrylics. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Get my paint tray out here. Okay. Let's get everything a coat of black. That'll effectively hide the interior. Having the acrylic gray that I sprayed on as a primer coat allows this black to cover real good. But that's the next step in the process. So let's get that started. As for the overall color, I've decided to use Craftsman's Gold Orchard, which is a darker gold, for the base color, and golden yellow, which is an apple barrel color, for the trim. So I think those will look good once everything is aged properly.